Alright guys, welcome to another video. Got my mate Brett here. You might have seen him before with the black JZX90. He is here because he painted my 8.6 and he's a bit of a fiberglass guru. So we're going to get to work today on the fiberglass on Adam LZ's car to try and get that thing right. And something pretty funny happened last night. I'm going to add it in right here. Thank God that happened last night and not say tonight. It was, I'll call her my niece. It was Princey's niece. Princey's niece, she had never rid a bike with just handle brakes, instead of foot brake. She thought it was a good idea to go down the hill and plowed into the front of Adam's car. Luckily, like, it cracked one of the cracks that were already there, just like a little bit more. Other than that, the car's completely fine. And we're fixing it today anyway. It was probably, it was a bit like, oh, when it happened, but then afterwards we realized everything was all good. So we, yeah, all good. So we're gonna go ahead and move Adam's car to somewhere usable. Actually, I wanna show you some things. All right, so last night we did go ahead and pull my shaft out of the JZX90. We also pulled the turbo out. So we got this blown ski turbo here. Hard to sort of tell. Actually, do you want to hold that for us, Brett? Or just... It's hard to like... It's a weird like notch. It's like one bearing's collapsed or something. We're going to send that back to the guys and they'll be able to diagnose it and hopefully work out why it's doing it, but she's unhappy. Anyway, that's the turbo. Where did I put the shaft? There's the cage from the shaft, and then the shaft itself, obviously very broken, so a bit annoying. But I'm gonna basically, this Monday we're gonna take the 1J crank, this axle, the block and everything off, and I've got a bunch of drop-offs to do essentially to get a bunch of stuff fixed. I need to take the power steering pump off of Adam's car and get that rebuilt. Same place that does power steering also does the CVs, and then there's another place just around the corner from it that does engine machine work. So on Monday I'm gonna get Nick and we're gonna go do a whole bunch of dropping off of all these parts to get them all sorted out, and that way, you know, when we do get back from overseas, you know, we'll be able to potentially get to work on putting a 1JZ back together when I can afford to buy a forged bottom end for it. So, anyway, what's the plan of attack, Brett?
Basically, start pulling off the panels that need to be repaired. Have a look at approximately how much material we're going to need.
Go shopping.
Go shopping. Come back. And get itchy.
Get itchy.
Yeah.
Forgot about the itchy bit.
Yeah, it's the sucky part.
Do I need to cover my ITBs on the 8.6? Should be alright. I think the only panel that really doesn't need work is there's one panel that's already been fixed, and this front quarter panel didn't get touched. That side skirt needs only a little bit of love. What about the other side skirt? Oh no, no, he's got one other side skirt he didn't hurt.
We're just going to thing a fibre bondo to do like the small cuts and notches and stuff like that.
Is that this stuff?
And then we'll get matting. Yeah, that sort of stuff.
Or is that just putty? Yeah, it's a fiberglass one, isn't it?
I can't read, I'm old, mate.
No, we'll have to check what I've got here as well. Anyway, we're going to start ripping stuff apart. Right, so all the fiberglass is off. Bossy gave us a bit of a hand there, but everything's off that we need to fix. How much do we need?
Copious amounts.
Copious amounts of fiberglass fixie stuff.
This is the biggest issue, but...
You think this is a bigger issue than the front bar? I feel like this is less work than the front bar.
Front bar's easy because it's lots of little bits. This is having to get it to stay together and actually line up.
Yeah.
And not look like garbage.
Yep.
That's alright, that's why we've got more than one pair of hands. We'll be right. We'll get it.
Shibby.
Always shibby.
Yeah.
We'll get it.
Look at Adam's car with no panels at all. Full missile spec right now. Look at that. Oh, I haven't taken this other side skirt all the way off yet. I'm gonna finish doing that. But look at it. Full blown missile car right now. A couple zip ties on the end of that rear bar, and then she's fully apart. Alright, so I've been inside editing. Brett's gone ahead and what have you done? Done things?
Just basically cleaning up, getting rid of all the rocks, the dirt, the grime from in behind the bars. In on the back of here was literally just black and putrid.
Oh, from rubber, obviously.
Thinners, cleaned it up so it's nice and tidy. Dug out all the big chunks to try and get everything to sit flush. Doesn't look good from the outside, but from the inside when you feel it, it's dead flush on the back, so it's lined up perfectly.
Yeah.
And we'll just get some resin into it.
So you've done all the prep already?
Yeah. So it's all ready. It's just got to be held. Basically, once we put the pieces on the back, everything's, like if you feel that with your finger, that's nice and flush across the back. There's no big chunks. So.
Well, it doesn't need to be that flush under there. People won't see it there, but.
But if I don't have it flush there, it'll look like shit on the front.
Yeah, okay.
We don't want that.
Alright.
We don't like things that look like shit.
Let's go buy some things.
Fun in their own.
We both like rear-wheel drive Camrys. Let's take the Raptor though. Taking the Raptor because Brett's 90 even makes more power than mine. 600?
600,
600 to the wheel in his JZX90, and it doesn't blow anything up.
No, not yet.
Not yet. I gotta get keys. So yeah, definitely a not 600 horsepower JZX90 weather. No, I got power tools.
Hand tools are less noisy.
No. Anyway, we are back.
Noise on you, dude.
We bought some fiberglass repair kits. Should have enough. And then what's this called again? It's like a flexi fill. We're using old parts of the rear bumper to help with repairs on the front bumper. So that's what Brett's doing now, is cutting a piece out of this bumper so we can use it to make a new piece on the bottom. Again, why aren't you using my grinder?
Noise.
And where's that going? Pretty much the idea is to put this in here. We probably need to trim the edges, but we'll be able to get it to sit quite nice down into there. And then basically that brings all the strength back into the front bumper. So it's gonna work.
So I'm thinking I might come back through the other way and screw from the top down into these, because it'll at least bite
then
onto that.
And you're putting all the meat on behind anyway.
That's literally just, there's nothing behind that. It will not hold. So I'll come through the other way and get them to bite in.
Well, the ones at the back you can leave there, right? Once you put these in, if you put the screw in from the other side,
yeah, you can pull the screw out, putty it up, and then these can stay in there to help.
They can stay in there to help strengthen it. Okay. So while we're doing this, I've bought some Raptor liner. It's like anyway, you guys know that I painted this in vlogs a long time ago, but I used just spray can. I just used some cheap paint on it, and it's starting to come off. So I've got Rob's pressure washer. I'm going to go ahead and try and clean as much of this paint off as possible, give it a little scuff, and then I'm going to hit it with this Raptor liner stuff and see how it works out. Haven't used it before, but I've used very similar stuff to coat the bottom of my S13. So while he's giving this a rip, so you see he's made that piece already, ready to go on. He's repairing the front guard now, obviously, and I'll go ahead and get started on the power washing that off and getting that ready for some Raptor liner on for the Raptor. So makes sense to me.
then that'll run through the back, and then 2 strips for under here to fill in the back, 2 strips from under there as well. And then
so we're going ahead and yeah, I guess you're kind of getting ready to start gooping it.
Just want to get at least the front bar prepped and ready. That way, as soon as we mix up the resin, because you only got about 30 minutes, so you want to make sure that you get it all prepped. Resin down first, then you put your matting down, then you build with the resin back on top again. That way the matting sticks. Make sure that she's all full, and then move on to the next piece and the next piece.
So he's got the, where's the quarter panel?
Up there.
Up there. So the quarter panel is stitched back together over there. You guys might have caught that in the time lapse. But I've been in the background, if you saw me over here, getting this all prepped. I've just gone and wiped it all down with thinners, make sure it's nice and clean, to be able to take the paint nicely. It's all scuffed up. A little bit of it's back to bare metal, which wasn't ideal, but I'm just going to prop this up a little bit and then go ahead and paint it right here. See how this goes. Never done it before with this Raptor stuff, but I'm going to give it a red hot go and see how it turns out. We'll obviously follow what's going on here at the same time. It's all happening. It's Bathurst Sunday. We don't even have Bathurst on. We're here playing with cars. Bathurst ain't what it used to be.
This is more fun, mate.
Yeah.
Honestly.
2 minutes of shaking. Got a wife. I'm not good with these actions anymore. Got a good wife, so yeah. We'll see how this goes. Like I said, it is this stuff. No sponsor affiliation. It's only $90 for the bottle or can or whatever. But I don't know. It's scratch and UV resistant. Most of all this stuff is meant to go on really thick. Right. You get to this point and then you pull this off. Oh, okay, you don't need to take that off. Pull this piece off the top somehow. What is this? Scissors? Yeah, this bit's got to come off. Okay. So this bit comes off, and this is like an activator. So I'm guessing you have to use the whole can at once. This gets put on here. Scared? Oh, yep, did something. I guess that's it. How long did it say push on it for? Now you dispose of that red button and shake for another 2 minutes. Right, anyway, my project is somewhat done. It's come up like it's meant to. Official van meet Australia is here. The boys rock up in their vans, but I think this is looking good. I think when it goes hard, obviously, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with it. I wouldn't necessarily, because I'm thinking about doing my flares and stuff on the Raptor with this stuff, but I wouldn't do it with a can. I think it comes out of the can a little bit funny. You know, to be perfect on the flares, I'd rather do that off a gun where you can be in more control of it. But we'll wait till this dries up, get it put on, see what it looks like. I do have a picture of a Raptor with Raptor lined flares on it. I'll chuck the picture in here. Let us know what you think of that in the comments down below. But anyway, we'll get back to fixing Adam's car. Tap, 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 tapper. Just tap, tap, tap.
Tap it in.
Just tap, tap, tap.
As long as
Alright. How you feeling about it? Other than a burning armpit?
Oh, dude, it's definitely doesn't want to set just because of the moisture.
Yeah, it's super humid today. It's like not warm, it's not cold, it's just like...
Yeah, it's just...
kind of nice, but it's just humid.
Yeah, and it's just not... Like, it's tacking off, but it's been over 30 minutes and the first lot hasn't actually started to harden yet.
Yeah.
Although it burnt the shit out of my skin, but
yeah,
it definitely hasn't hardened just yet. But
you can see
as it tacks off a bit more, I'll start on the next round. But if we start moving it now, it's just going to fall apart. So
yeah,
better off let it harden a little bit. As long as that bottom section and that section are right, I've got that section braced now with your drill, actually holding it up. Once they've hardened, then yeah, we can manhandle it and do what we want to do.
All right, because that all looking full of fiberglass, all through here, all joined.
So much resin down in there. Like I've filled that whole channel full of resin. Yeah. So hopefully harden it up.
And then the
patch for the back quarter, and then we'll backfill from the other side to give it the depth. And haven't started on that yet because it's, that's the hardest part. I'd rather see if this will tack off. If not, I'll use 3 times as much hardener. We'll see if that works. Yeah. Because double isn't working, so. Yeah. Or not yet anyway. But we'll get there. It's like fiberglass, it just takes a little bit of time. Like painting. Yeah. Every time we go to paint, the weather does this to us. Yeah. So Brett actually painted the 8.6 for me. So we did all this, well, between here and the track. And yeah, it was fun. We ended up with it super windy. And 80 kilometer it was an hour winds 80 kilometer an hour, basically like typhoon style winds while we're trying to paint a car outside. Wasn't that good. So this car's actually never been buffed or anything, and we put what, 10 coats at least? Yeah, 8 to 10 coats of paint, 6 coats of clear. Yeah. So you can buff it for the next 6 months every day. You won't hurt it. Yeah. So one day, I don't know, you can see it on the camera from this angle, but you can see little blemishes in the paint. It's never been cut, so we will get it cut at some point in the future. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna go order a car. And it is, it is only it's not only a track car, but it is, you know, a track focused car. All right, gone ahead and fitted up the bash plate back onto the Raptor, and honestly, I'm really happy. That finish, I don't know if it'll show up nicely on the camera, but the finish is nice, huh? Dude, that is good. Looks sick. I'm really happy with it. I really need to do this bit now. So this is the other bit I spray painted. This piece here, that's how it's meant to be. But this piece here just comes off. I think, there's like 2 10 mils, and this piece pops off, and I can paint that. But what I'm thinking is getting all these painted, guys. So paint all my flares, and then it'll basically match my side steps, because the side steps are that same sort of look. That and that are very similar looks, so I think that's what I'm going to go with. Stoked on that. Really stoked on that, eh? Very tidy. Come up so good. What I'm thinking is I'll run some resin down through the middle to try and bind it together. I'll put a heap of hardener in it, get it to work off quick, and then we'll lay up shit in behind. It should be all good. So she's all starting to come together now. How's this look? Is this hard enough yet? Yeah, pretty much. You know, turn it over, we'll have a look. Oh yeah. So then we just obviously just give it a grind and fill, or just fill? Yeah, just body fill that. Make it look all pretty. Yeah. The body filler we bought is very flexible. Yeah. Like I know that it did say flexible on the container, but yeah, it's actually like super flexy. Yeah, so at least it won't just be hard and then flake off. It'll actually sort of twist with the fiberglass, which is good. Yeah. And we got a heap of it, so yeah. All right, we'll get that tidied up. Obviously, we're about to start doing the front quarter. Bumpers looking pretty good. Yeah, it's all held together. It's back together again. Yeah, just fix up the edges. Get that. Oh, it's strong enough to move around. Oh, okay. You started adding some of the. So the front corner. So now it'll be shave down the shit on the front, fill it. You know, fix up the corners. Have we got fill behind that one yet or no? No. This one's the only bit that's not done yet. That corner's done. Down along the front's done. This side's done. But it's that bit in the centre there. Starting to look good. A little bit of putty added to the side skirt that was otherwise pretty good. That side skirt just needed some putty. This front quarter
Just had the small crack. What are we going to do with that tiny crack in that quarter?
I think we might do the same thing. We might
Putty
just
it.
one layer of fiberglass in behind, just to give it the strength, and then just putty over the top.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only tiny.
Yeah, it's only a very small crack.
Yeah. But still, if we're doing it, we
A
might as well
little
do
bit
it
of
right.
strength there, yeah. And just pull it back together, and I'll just dig out the chunks and putty off and make it look pretty. And that guard's actually
It's pretty mint
probably about
otherwise.
the best one, yeah.
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 Well, skirt's obviously not too bad, but
Yeah, the skirt had one chunk there just from the door, one chunk at the front.
yeah,
The other skirt had one sort of chunk taken out of the middle, that's it.
yeah, perfect.
And another bits and pieces.
All right, we're getting there.
Won't take long. Once we shave down all the putty and everything, it'll be pretty good.
Yeah.
How
good is this looking, folks? That's one completed side skirt. Rear bar, just waiting for a little bit more to, rear quarter here. Obviously, just want to skim up a little bit more, but otherwise looking pretty schmick. Front bar's almost done.
Yeah, it's got some Bondo on it. Needs to be re-sanded and stuff.
So front bar,
But for the most part, it's back together.
coming back together. Woohoo! Playing with fire. We got kids running down the driveway and driftboards towards this. They've been told though, it's the end of them if they run into it, so they're being pretty careful. That skirt's done. Now we're doing Bondo things on the front bar, like front quarter. Is that Bondo? Is that what you call that stuff or no?
We call it bog, but
They call it Bondo. I think Americans call it Bondo. Yeah, so bog.
But I mean, we've always called it bog. It's just when you go, oh, I'm gonna bog my car, they're like,
Yeah.
excuse me?
Bog, Bondo, same.
Same. Fills up the crappy bits, make them not look so crap.
Sounds good. Getting there though, folks. Almost there. A few other little bits we need to try and make a bit better, like fill that little hole.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do there. We'll shape something, we'll make something work.
Yeah.
We always do.
It's been a whole day though, we've been pumping on it. Or more so, you've been pumping on it.
Gives me something to do. I can't get in trouble with the wife if I'm not at home.
Oh god, so you won't watch this video while she's sitting down with you? Very
I'll
pumped.
just get slapped again, that's all.
Get
That's all.
slapped.
No, she's actually really, really awesome. She definitely puts up with my bullshit, that's for sure.
Woo. Super excited for this car to be like back together and not damaged. We also glued up the rear wing where there was the split in the rear wing. Yeah,
Oh, we should actually
happy with progress today. It's been good.
we should actually give that a quick skim of bog, shouldn't we?
Oh yeah. Give it a quick skim of bog. Mint. That's how you spend your Sundays. It can be sanded back from there, obviously.
Yeah.
So there's just a crack along the front of that ring, across the front of that wing. So we just bog it up, and yeah, been looking for inner CVs for this. I'm hoping the place I take it to can just fix it. But inner CVs seem to be the weak point of these JZX axles. So if anyone's looking for a product to develop, definitely recommend, with the amount of JZXs that are out there drifting these days, someone make a stronger inner CV. All right, guys, somewhat finished project. To extend a huge thank you to Brett, legend. Thank you, sir. Everything is looking pretty damn good. Still a tiny little bit of extra stuff to go.
Yeah, that's...
We've had a bit of an issue where Boston's been riding his driftboard and split his knee open, so that was fun for the afternoon. He's currently, I can actually hear him screaming inside. I think Tiana's like looking after his knee. He's actually split it open pretty good, so let's go take care of that. But yeah, thanks for watching this one, guys. This car is a little bit closer. Again, huge thank you, sir. We'll get the rest of it sorted out and get this thing, basically next thing I got to do tomorrow morning, you'll see that tomorrow's vlog, we still got to rip the power steering pump out of this car, collect all of this 1J stuff, and CVs and all kinds of things that I need to take to some different workshops that will basically fix everything. Fix stuff that we can't fix here at home. So, you know, rebuild a CV place for rebuilding CVs, a engine place for doing racks and for doing blocks and bores, and, you know, machine work on the engine, you know, all that sort of stuff. And the new turbo should get sent off tomorrow as well, so we'll see that any day now and get the 90 back together. Pumped, guys. Thanks heaps for watching this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Like I said, every $50 you spend in store and every Fink & Co USA sticker you buy gets you in the running to win a Power Tune Digital Dash. Thanks heaps for watching, guys.
Yeah!